When I was a child, every once in a while, I'd just have an experience that I'd be staring out into outer space for a short time, and I just thought maybe everybody was having these. I didn't think it was odd. My parents were concerned about it, but they didn't think it was anything that they had to worry about. They were thinking that maybe this was a one-time thing. It wouldn't happen again. I was 12 years old when I was diagnosed, and there was one incident that I did have a seizure, and it happened at school. And that's when we really started to wonder what was going on, and I needed to see a doctor. The doctor had me go in for various tests, and they diagnosed me with the epilepsy, and I was put on a medication. And for quite some time, the medication was helping me. But over time, I'd try medicine after medicine, and I'd have problems. And finally, they suggested checking out the surgery. When the doctor recommended the surgery, I didn't think that I was somebody that would be a good candidate for it. I didn't even think that I needed it. I figured, oh, give it some time, this medicine will work, I won't have this problem anymore, it'll all go away. Well, years go by, the problem still persists. I had moved up to New Hampshire. I needed to find a new neurologist, and that's when I had gone to Dartmouth-Hitchcock, and they sent me up to West Lebanon. I met Dr. Thadani, and he mentioned it. At first, I wasn't thinking about doing it, but I was working full-time. When my office closed, I then had the time to do this, so I took advantage of it then. Dartmouth-Hitchcock, it's wonderful. It's huge. It's a beautiful building. I had to go back and forth for tests for a year's time. Sometimes I'd only be going up to the for an hour-long visit. Other times I'd be staying for days. I believe they were trying to find out when I had a seizure, what parts of my brain were affected. Karen Gilbert was the nurse coordinator that was working right by my side through the whole experience. So from day one till the end, she was always there. And she was answer any questions. If it was medical questions or personal questions, she was there for me. The day of the surgery, it was very frightening. But everybody at Dartmouth is very warm and friendly, and then make you feel confident that the surgery was going to go well. The big thing that was hard for me was having my hair shaved. No. Dartmouth-Hitchcock did a wonderful job of working together as a team. When something would happen, everyone knew what was going on. If I had a seizure, if I didn't have a seizure, everybody understood all the bases and knew what was covered. Before the surgery, I lost my driver's license, so I was always depending on other people. And sometimes people are there to help, sometimes they're not. I had to take the paratransit bus to get me to and from work. I lived 5 minutes down the road, but with that, I was on the bus for 45 minutes. It was cheaper than taking a taxi, but you run into problems. When a person has a seizure, they lose their driver's license for a length of time. I have a seizure, I'd stop driving, it might have been 6 months, then I could get my license back. I'd go 3-4 months, another seizure. It might just be a petit mal seizure that doesn't last for a long time, but it's enough that could cause an accident. There was one day I just got myself a new job, and it was my first day going to work. As I was going down the street, I started to feel a little deja vu feeling. I feel, oh, it'll go away. It won't be anything. Well, I had a seizure. I ended up driving straight across one street, through a chain link fence, through a row of shrubbery, and I hit a brick building. After the accident, I ended up being put in an ambulance and brought to the hospital. And I had broke my arm. Other than that, I was fine. And I didn't hit anybody. And that was something that I was always thinking of. What if? That stopped me from driving. After my surgery, I had gone for one of my visits with Karen. She asked if I had gotten my license back, and it had been over a year, and I hadn't. It was her putting the little dig in my back that got me to go for my driver's license again. The surgery has totally changed my life. Ever since then, I've been seizure-free. I got myself my driver's license back, bought myself a car, bought myself a home. Owning its home, it has its good and its bad. There's the privacy that's good, but you have to mow your lawn and shovel the driveway. I now have a job as a personal care service provider, helping elderly and handicapped people live their lives.